Hello everyone, I'm Julia. We are Team 11 and we are here today to talk about the rivalry between the groups Inditex and H&M. While they are both parts of the global apparel market, which was evaluated at 1.5 trillion US dollars in 2021, both of them play a big part in the fast fashion market, which is growing a lot and projects to reach 1.4 billion in 2028. Some of the leading markets participants are Zara from Inditex, H&M Group, Fast Retailing, Gap, All Brands, Mango, Esprit, Primark, and New Look. With that said, we will focus on Inditex and H&M Group to analyze which one is currently leading this competitive marketing. The first group we analyzed was the H&M Group, which holds H&M, Kohl's, Weekday, Monco, H&M Home, and Other Stories, Arket, and A Found. H&M Group is present in 45 markets through its online platform and has over 4,800 stores in 75 markets, and it occupies the 10th place on the world ranking of market capitalization, which represents $27.12 billion. Lately, H&M sales had a noticeable increase in 2021 compared to the previous year and amounted to around 23.18 billion US dollars. H&M has also a great sustainable program in which 65% of its materials are sustainably sourced, recycled, and organic. On top of that, they also have an interactive app and have a mobile marketing which attracts customers from all the generations. Next, we analyze Inditex, which owns Zara, Pull&Bear, Massimo Dutti, Bershka, Stradivarius, Osho, and Zara Home. It has been on the market since 1963, and Zara is the largest brand in the group. This specific brand ranks #1 in the apparel industry, particularly fast fashion. They deal in a wide range of products, including clothing, shoes, fragrance, and other accessories. Inditex is the 4th on the world ranking in 2022 and has 81.17 billion US dollars of market capitalization, and it's present in 250 markets through its online platform, and it's over 6,400 stores in 95 markets. Inditex Group also have sustainability programs that cover important matters such as water issues, climate change and energy, biodiversity, and closing the loop, which is basically an initiative to develop a complete and efficient life cycle for the products. This marketing for the company is stressed, especially for the younger generation, that sustainability plays a significant role in their purchase decisions. Because of that, we concluded that this group leads the fashion retail's marketing. And now we move to the industry analysis with my colleague Jane.
So for the industry analysis, we utilize Porter's 5 forces, starting off with buyer power. This stage emphasizes buyers' ability to choose to push down prices, not buy products or switch retailers. In the case of the fashion industry, buyer power is a relatively large force. Retail shopping has little to none direct bargaining power because they have many alternative locations to shop for apparel and little incentive to stay with one particular company, giving them plenty of indirect bargaining power. In the next stage, we focus on the supplier power. And in this fashion industry, supplier power is relatively small and insignificant force. Most apparel comes from third world manufacturers who receive just fractions of the profit. Suppliers have little control over the fashion industry, as unfortunately they are dispensable and can always be swiped out. As a result, input prices for the industry are really relatively low and will stay there until the global development gap closes up significantly. For the competitive rivalry aspect, this is an interesting force when it comes to analyzing the intensity of the competitive rivalry. There are a large number of retailers who sell very similar products, but there's also the concept of brands, which allows some companies to sell apparel for ridiculous rates. Nowadays, there's little innovation in this space, so the market is quickly becoming saturated with very similar products. Moving on to the threat of new entries, and as we mentioned earlier, this force is pretty small. However, new entries might find unique ways to popularize their own products, such as build novel brands and perhaps through a clever use of social media. Lastly, the threat of substitution. Fortunately for those in the fashion retail industry, there's little to substitute clothes with. This force is almost negligible. All substitution in the fashion industry is really just competition. So in conclusion, when looking at the five forces, the fashion industry seems difficult to successively dive into, and bleak for companies already within the space. The five force analysis has shown that while there are few threats and little supplier bargaining power, it is not good that the market is effectively near saturation. Buyers have a lot of indirect powers to bargain with, and lots of competitors make it hard to sustain a place in the market. Now, in analyzing the leadership role of Inditex and how they have become so powerful, it is largely due to the gap that they have been able to find in the market, specifically with Zara. And that is where their core business is focused. What really sets them apart from their competitors is how they prioritize staying up to date on the rapid changing fashion trends and always showcasing them. Despite Zara's major success, they have not invested heavily into their advertising and marketing. In fact, they spend as little as 0.3% of their sales on advertising compared to the average budget, like their competitors H&M, who spend 3.5% on their advertising. And this has taken, so what Zara does is they take a portion of the budget to invest a percentage of those revenues into opening additional stores. H&M, on the other hand, really values in marketing, has a loyalty program, and utilizes their app. They excel when it comes to keeping their customers engaged and providing an easy-to-use website and app. Seeing H&M's success, Zara would most likely gain even more success just by focusing and staying up to date on the online mobile aspects of fast fashion and retail. Additionally, an interesting element to consider following the impact that Shein has on both of these companies. Shein is exclusively an online shop and has managed to generate 28% of US fast fashion sales just last June. Their price points are significantly lower than either H&M and Zara, and they have taken over the world when it comes to fast fashion. So thank you for listening to our analysis.